Hello there, fellow humans, and welcome to this video. And today I want to talk about the MX-30 because obviously yesterday we had two very horrible French tanks in the shop, and today we have a very good French tank in the shop for also a good price, because obviously a good tank at a good price is exactly what you want. Everything else is dumb. And this is a good tank at 20 euros. It's a T9, so that's not too bad. Obviously, T9s aren't as amazing as at making crates as T8. However, it is quite a good tank. Obviously, only buy it if you like medium tanks, and only buy it if you can actually afford it as well, obviously. 20 euros is not too bad though, for also 30 days of premium and all the boosts and stuff like that. So let's have a look and compare it to other tanks, and then let's play it as well. Main downside of this vehicle, let's start with that, is the premium penetration. It's only 263, while the Vickers is 290 because it has heat as well, and you can use calibrated on this vehicle to boost it up to 319. Calibrated on this thing does not make any sense because it is APCR, and that boosts it less. Now, the Vickers CR is the best T9 medium tank in the game, so comparing it to that is obviously gonna leave it a bit down. But the aim time is not that much worse, and it is the same with the dispersion. It is the same level as the Centurion, and also slightly better than the Leopard and the T5A. A 10 degrees of gun depression, like all of them, is very, very strong. Unless for the Leopard, but that is very good. And also the mobility, if you look at it, the power to weight ratio is the highest in this comparison, as you can see, which is very nice. The camouflage, I mean, it's a medium tank, you're not supposed to cap with it, so there is that. The credit coefficient is quite good. It's also a lot better than the T5A. However, if you know, then the credit coefficient of a Löwe is somewhere around 180%. So it is not going to make you as much credits as a tank like that. And then let's have a look at the armor. As you can see down here, in terms of performance, it is doing better than all the others, especially the T5A. But obviously with the Vickers, which is just, even after it got nerfed, which is still absolutely insane, it simply cannot compete with that vehicle. Now you might think, why should I buy this tank when it's just the WoT's Vickers? Well, quite simple. Vickers doesn't make credits. Also, 20 euros for that tank is not a bad deal. That's the main thing here. Obviously, if it's sold for more money, then absolutely not. But I think 20 euros for 30 days of premium, for all the boosters and for this tank, because obviously you pay around 15 euros for the tank, and that is what it is definitely worth. So if you want this, you have also decent armor. Obviously the mantlet is impenetrable. The sides are, well, 30 millimeters, which means you're not going to get much bounces off that. However, obviously at a steep angle like this, you are going to get some penetrations, and these skirts allow you to block heat and stuff like that if someone would be dumb enough to fire HE or heat at your side. And the third armor, obviously the gun mantlet is impenetrable. The sides are quite decent. You can be pent here. However, the turret is quite flat. So what you ideally want to do with this vehicle is to keep it moving, obviously, because then it makes it a lot harder for the enemy to actually hit you. So now let's get into a battle with the MX, and obviously if you liked the video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, now, they have 3, we have 3, that's not too bad. I am up against an E50 here and the enemy T9, so that is not too bad. And while the E50 is more of a heavium, I'd say, this is more a lithium, something like that, I don't know. But as you can see right there, there's the armor on the turret working quite nicely. Okay, now, gonna do quite an aggressive move here to secure this position. And the E50 does not seem to be that good of a player. I would not recommend you to play that position at all, because once you're behind that house, you can't get out from that house. A 13 joke. It's the 13-ater, but in discount version. So yeah, don't play that house. It's a very bad position. Either push forward, or if you don't have the control, just stay back and hold. Okay, there's the premium penetration at work, as you can see, which is the downside of this vehicle. So it is recommended to be a bit more skilled player for this vehicle, because, I mean, then again, if you're 45%, you should never be thinking about buying premium tanks. You should thinking about like, getting good, for example, because obviously if you're spending money, then you should actually be able to use that money properly. Okay, now I'm gonna go for this, which might sound like a stupid move. It might look like a stupid move, and it is a stupid move. But it is gonna allow me to do a bit more damage, which is not too bad. Okay, now, he's gonna YOLO me, because he's a tank destroyer, which is something you shouldn't do in a tank destroyer at all. And, nice, I'm gonna get YOLO'd, which means this battle is not gonna be featured, because They're actually not that smart. Interesting. How to get wrecked in a tank destroyer. I am gonna put this in. Very nice. I did a stupid move, but it paid off. Because that's another thing. To be a good player. Is to allow yourself stupid moves and then get away with them. That's how you do it. Okay. I mean, obviously that was dumb, so anyway. Let's now try to go for this guy here. Just take a shot. And that's 2,800 damage so far, which is, you know, pretty good. I guess. I mean, obviously could be better. We also do have quite a bit of assistance damage, which is very nice. Okay, let's keep going for him. And I mean, this is how you play this tank pretty much. Just, you know, like a regular medium tank. If you've played a medium tank before, you probably kind of have an idea. You know, you move around. You have awareness. That is all this is about. There is no secret tricks to this. All you gotta know, where is the enemy? How can I shoot them? Where can I shoot them? And then you shoot them. Like that. And there you go, that is 3,400 damage right there. With also 1,500 assistance damage. And it's only a second class, so you can see that this tank is played very, very well. And yes, the E75 has already said it. We're going to the right side of the map, ideally. And that should be very helpful. It's a tier 8 game again. In a tier 9, tier 10 game rather, you're not going to do as amazing because obviously you don't have those APCR penetration that you might want to have. So it is quite tricky to play. However, it is a good tank, as you just saw in that battle right there. And the Yo is not a good player, as you can see right there as well. Hopefully. Hopefully you can see that, because the point is about going to sides like this one is that you simply have no opportunities to then be useful once you've fought there. For example, here, you have a lot more overview over the map. You're at the high ground. You have more surrounding area that you can control quite easily. So this is the side that you want to be on. The other side, meanwhile, you're just going to get stuck in a position fight. And what happens in a fight like that is you can't get an advantage. Because when they peek, you peek. When you peek, they peek. Which means the damage traded is going to be equal. And you won't be able to do great stuff unless you get lucky. Okay, now, Pantera. Hello. No. That does not work. And you don't want, especially you don't want to end up in a position fight in this vehicle because it does not have the armor to do that. Oh, hello, he woke up. Are these bots? I've always wondered, are these kind of things bots? You know, that they just sleep, but as soon as you shoot at them, they wake up. I am wondering what that is. But, yeah, I mean, as you can see, the APCR premium penetration is so bad, you can't even penetrate the Immel's turret. Which is sad, but then again, that is not that much of a problem if you are a good player, because you're gonna be able to work with it, and you'll be able to work around it by simply repositioning yourself by getting better positioning. Well, if you want me to make a video on how to position yourself in a battle, then hit the like button. If we hit, I don't know, 50 likes, I'll do it. How about that? Maybe. If I remember that, it's obviously no guarantees. But, yeah. Basically, the essence is look where the enemy is and then find an accurate position for it. But I think I should probably go into detail a bit more of how you can do that. Okay, now, awareness, awareness, awareness. Look at the minimap, look around yourself, which obviously is why PC players do have an advantage. So ideally, if you can play on PC, you should play on PC. And if you can switch to PC, then you also should, because it does give you quite a big advantage. Obviously, at first, you're not going to play as well, because obviously you're just switching. But in the end, you're going to be able to do a lot better. So, try and take him out. He doesn't have a camo, and that is very nice. And as you can see, how much of the map we actually do control here. And that is what's important. If you control 2/3 of the map, then your chance of winning is a lot higher, because obviously you have more opportunities to move, and you have more opportunities to do damage, and even if your team is slightly worse, you have a good chance of actually winning as well. However, if your team's worse, obviously, that's not going to help. Okay, 4,000 damage here, which is very nice. I'm going to take it. I'm probably not going to get the kill, but that is fine by me. Oh, never mind, I'm going to get the kill, which is even better. And now the WT, which I'm not going to get the kill for, but I am going to get the kill for, probably. There we go. Wonderful. That's how we do it. Very nice. But yeah, as you can see, I kind of talked a bit bad about it in the beginning, you know, because of the penetration and stuff like that, but that doesn't really make that much of a difference. Because, in the end, this is a very strong tank. And I think, if you like medium tanks, if you're a decent player at the game, it is absolutely worth it. However, in terms of performance, it is not as good as the Vickers CR. And with that said, thank you very much for watching. See you for the next one. Goodbye.